come on, come on. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're with a little Honda C200 90 that's got some wiring issues. We're gonna see if we can sort them out. Okay, this little bike is actually for my son-in-law. We got it a couple of years ago. It's been sitting in the garage, work on it a little bit here and there when time would allow. I always said that I'll help you do it, but I'm not gonna do it. So he'd have to make the time to come over here to do it, which was fine. And they've been super busy. Bought a new house, all that business, got a baby on the way. So he told me this past weekend, he goes, we just need to get rid of it. It's just sitting there, so I'm gonna do what I can to sort out bits and pieces of it, and then we're gonna move it down the road. Okay, so we never had a key to it, but we're gonna sort out all the wires where we can. We probably won't put anything here, we'll just hot wire it. But this guy was chewed up by some rodents. So we're gonna cut that, we're gonna start right here. We're gonna cut this, splice these wires back together, tape it back up so that we can have, I know that these going forward will be good, and then we can work our way back from here. I'm gonna use the little heat gun to soften things up. I didn't need to do that to cut it, but I'm gonna need it to be able to pull it off because I wanna slide this stuff back once I cut this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that one too, only because it's been chewed through. So now I just want to get this to slide this back some, so let me heat it up some more. I'm dealing with 60-year-old wires. They kind of don't want to move, don't want to change position after they've been that way for a long time. Let's see if that's enough. Let's see if I can grab this wire here. I was afraid of that my other ones wouldn't come through. Okay, using the little scissors, clean them up. I'm gonna do the same thing over here, but I'm gonna soften it up a little bit first. Okay, I'm gonna use these solder joints to join these wires back together. These little solder joints are really great. You got a little strip of solder right here. These two blue things are adhesive, so this shrinks, glues the wire, and then this stuff in the middle just gives you a really good wire connection, a soldered joint, if you will. Takes maybe about 15-20 seconds. You start to see everything melting, the solder starting to melt right there, and then it's going to expand out. You can start to see it already moving around. There you go. See how it moved from both sides of where the dull silver is. And now we've got a really good watertight. It's great. You can see how the adhesive melts and slides out, how the solder melts and expands out. So this is really good. I'm gonna do it 2 more times and then this guy will be done over here. I just lined up both of them. Try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone right here. I do like to heat it up on one side to get it to stick, and then get the other side so the wires don't move. Now I know the wires aren't going to move, and now I can just get the stuff in the middle to get my solder to melt. Doesn't take long. Like I said, about 15-20 seconds, and you got a really good joint. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tape these guys up now that they're there, just to prevent like chafing or something like that from right around here. So not much, just a little. All right there, and that should be pretty good. Should be able to jam that back in there, and we should be good to go. That's it. I made a little jumper for this guy that'll plug in right here, other side of my fuse. I'll check my fuse in just a minute, and then it'll plug into my battery. I had to make this jumper because I'm using one of these alarm batteries, and it has these spade connectors. So let me get this guy here. Just move these out of the way. And had to do the same thing for this guy here. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Okay, have the battery in, my positive plugged in, my negative here. I'd forgot to include my jumper, so I went back and my ground connection to the frame. So I went back and rebuilt this guy. And then I also rigged up a little on-off switch for my, because this is a multiple, I think it's a 3 or 4 position switch. It is off, on, lights, and park. So that's why all I need is these two guys to connect so I can get it. And to check it, I have it connected to this little, I've got a little LED light, just a single red LED light right here. And I've got it connected to my points and then grounded here. If I open my points, it should have a red light come on. We're going to go ahead and clean our points right here to see if we can get some spark coming out of here. And then we'll see if we can get this guy to fire up. Okay, just got a piece of sandpaper, 220 grit. Why? It's because it's the first one I found. Let's slide this in here. That should be pretty good. Hose them out with a little carb clean. And then we should be pretty good. Yeah. Give them a good flick. It'll knock off any carbon or anything like that we have on them. Let's give it a little, we don't have a throttle cable. We're going to give it a little carb clean in here. That should be enough to start a fire. Let's turn our idle up a little bit. And let's kick it. What's the worst thing happen? Oh, I don't have handlebars or anything. Oh, make sure our key is on. I believe it's in the on position. Well, maybe not. Let me make sure. Let's make sure we're in the right position. Okay, we have it in the right key position. We are in the on position. Let me check that spark plug that's in the bike. Okay, so I charged the battery. That was the problem why we weren't getting any spark earlier. I saw some earlier, and now we've got some juice in the carburetor. And let's see what happens. Oh, make sure our key is on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Let's try this again. Hey, that started. Let's go back. Yeah, that's awesome. So I just wanted to be clear. Our muffler's right there, so we don't need to run any more. We know it runs. I do need to repair this. The base plate is broken, not repaired. I have to replace it. So it's broken right here, right below both of these, where these screws in. So we have to get that before we do anything. But hey, it runs. That's pretty awesome. This little C200 is closer to getting back together. The tank for it is over there on the bench. We do have side covers for it, for both the tank and for here, maybe. Yeah, we do have both side covers because one is around here somewhere. Yeah, the other one is off somewhere. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. This one goes right there. The seat's in good shape. Tank, not the best, but looks as though the engine, mechanically, looks like we're pretty good. It needs some love, but it's definitely on its way to recovery. So if you're interested in a project bike, this thing is for sale. Email me at motorcyclerewind@gmail.com. It's going to go cheap. So let me know, especially if you're in South Louisiana, South Mississippi. You're not that far away, so it's an easy ride to come and pick it up. It's not a bad bike. Needs some love, but these things are pretty awesome. I would keep it. I've already had one, and I enjoyed it, and I kind of don't need another one. You know, not to stick around. That's kind of where it is. Funny thing about the other one I had, I bought it from my neighbor at Barber 2-3 years ago, and then I cleaned it up really good, painted it, touched it up, made it run, made it look really pretty. Brought it back. As soon as I rolled it off the trailer, he bought it. Same guy I bought it from, bought it back from me. So it worked out pretty good. And these are fun. They're pretty sought after, little 90s. And let me know if you're interested. Guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.
But these old machines don't fade away. Sometimes they just wait for another day. Yeah. Little Honda heartbeat, tapping through the smoke. One more kick, and the silence broke. 60 years old, but it still won't quit. That little C200 still got a little bit left in it. Chewed up wires in a crusty old tank. Bolts fly back and the fuel cells rank. With the spark showed up and the engine turned free. That tiny little Honda kept talking to me. Yeah, little Honda heartbeat, rattling alive. Funny how these old bikes survive. Might be working, but she still runs strong. After all these years, she's still hanging on. Somebody out there's gonna take this ride, put her back together and let her fly. Another old Honda headed down the road, instead of going all in storage mode. Oh, little Honda heartbeat, sing it once again. Another old bye, safe from the end. Might be for sale, but tonight she lives. That old C200 still's got more to give. Hey!